one marathon is tough. Think about doing, I'm serious about this, 7 marathons on 7 different continents in just 7 days. That is exactly what the World Marathon Challenge is, and it's happening globally at the end of this month. Participants will run 183 miles over the, I know my head just exploded, over the 7-day period, and spend about 48 hours in the air getting to all the places. Joining me now is the first participant from Washington State. Welcome, Josh Samson. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great.
You're from Magnolia, right?
I do.
Okay, what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this?
My wife asks that question all the time, and I don't have a great answer.
So are you a marathoner, like, just regularly?
I am, yes.
So you were looking for the next challenge up, probably?
Yes.
Couldn't you go to 2 marathons? You had to go to 7?
Well, I figured why do anything, half-heartedly?
Yes.
Might as well go all the way.
All right, so how did you even find out about this thing?
So my cousin, David Samson, is our ringleader. He finds all these crazy challenges and ropes us into them. The first big one we did was the Goofy Challenge in Disney World, which was a marathon, or a half marathon, then followed by a marathon. And I agreed to that before knowing what it was. And this year, or last year, he's been thinking about this for a few years, said, we're going to do the World Marathon Challenge in 2018. I said, okay.
What is it?
What's this one?
Yeah.
And he told me.
When you heard, you didn't think, okay, that's impossible.
No, 56 people have done it, so why can't I, right?
In the entire world. So explain how this even works. I can't figure out what's your marathon time, like 2.5 hours, 2:15?
I wish.
What is it? what's your marathon time?
Typically around 4 hours.
Okay, 4 hours. So you've got 4 hours of running, and then you have to get to, how long do you have to get to the next continent?
Depends how far away it is. So we have 8 hours time allotted for each race.
Right.
And hopefully I won't need all 8 hours.
And then you get on a plane.
Then we get on a plane.
And you try to sleep because you're going to run a marathon the next place that you go.
Eat, sleep, recover, get off the plane, go run another one.
Okay. So I am completely convinced you'll be successful, but if at some point you have to call it, can you? You just say, okay, I'm not going to the next place?
Margaret, that's not even in my mindset.
Okay.
I refuse to give up.
I retract the question altogether. How do you do this? Do you pay for all the flights? How does the runner actually take care of the expenses and the logistics of getting to all these places?
This is not an inexpensive endeavor. We're lucky enough, I'm on a team of 16 people, and we fortunately have sponsorship from some very generous folks.
Good.
We have shoes given to us by ASICS. We're being outfitted by Under Armour, and people are in our corner. We're trying to raise a lot of money for different charities, so people want us to succeed.
Of course we do. We definitely do. And we're seeing some video of what this looks like. This is, it's fantastically beautiful, too. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. How do you train for this?
The training is a little different than a normal marathon. We do a lot of back-to-back long runs, which for a normal marathon you don't necessarily do.
Right.
Today I have to run 20 miles. Tomorrow I'm going to run 18, then 15, and then 10 and 5. And then
how do you decide that? Is there kind of a prescribed way to
We put together a
train for
schedule that we kind of adjusted along the way. We threw in a marathon and a half this last weekend, so we just did that down in Orlando. That was not originally part of the plan, but we wanted some more mileage.
Good practice, though, because you flew across the country, did it, came back. There you are training. What are you eating these days? Everything?
Everything. I'm not a great eater, so I don't adjust my diet.
You don't? So you don't do the carbo loading and that kind of stuff? You just eat
sure, I do that. I love that.
Yeah, me too. Except I don't run, so I just carbo load and move on.
Maybe that's why I run. I don't know. I don't want to give up the carbs.
That makes total sense. What about your mental preparation? Because there's a part of this, I've never run a marathon. I've run half marathons, but I've been around enough people to know that there's a certain point where, yes, your body can do it, but it has to do with whether or not mentally you're prepared to stick it out. And I can't even imagine what you have to do mentally to prepare for this.
Yeah. So over the summer, I got a stress fracture during my training. And while protecting that stress fracture in my foot, I was riding my bike and got hit by a delivery truck.
Yikes.
So I was out of commission for several months. And during that time, I did a lot of work in the gym. And mentally, I just kept visualizing myself finishing each race. I was more determined than ever when I got hurt. So that at that point, I was really visualizing and focusing on what I was going to accomplish. Now that it's getting closer, I'm kind of targeting each moment at a time now. Like I'm focused on today and tomorrow, and I think I'll be focused on one race, focused on the recovery, focused on the next race, and I'm trying to block things out rather than think about it as a whole.
Interesting. Where does this thing start and where does it end?
So it starts in Antarctica, and the reason for that is we don't necessarily know what the weather's going to be. So if we get snowed out and can't fly the day we want to, it pushes everything back.
Right.
So we can't end there. So we start in Antarctica, and then we take a plane back to Cape Town, run one there, and then head to
Beautiful.
Yep, and then head to Perth, Australia. And then we work our way back west. We go to Dubai, we go to Lisbon, Portugal, we go to Cartagena, Colombia, and then we finish up in Miami.
Now, in all your spare time, will you be blogging, or can we can we follow you on social media while this is happening?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be posting as much as I can, but we are bringing a social media person, and she will be posting video, pictures, comments on our Facebook page, which is Team Hold the Plane 777 Marathon
Awesome.
World Challenge.
And for the successes, there'll be donations to charities as a result of this?
Yes, we're raising money for 11 different charities, and our goal is to raise $2 million combined for all those charities. And the one that I'm focused on is Stand Up to Cancer. That's the one
Great.
I'm asking people to donate to.
That's awesome. What day do you leave?
I leave on January 25th.
Okay, you'll be in our hopes and our prayers. Thank you very much. We're already impressed.
Thank you very much.
How about a round of applause to send him off for some more? We appreciate that. Best of luck.
Thanks so much.
Best of luck. Up next, a crash course in cryptocurrency, things like Bitcoin. We'll be right back.